Jim, if you were looking for a reaction after last weekend, you got that in large parts today, didn't you?
Yeah, a reaction. I think after last week, very disappointed as a group. Pre-season, friendly or not, it wasn't good enough. There's a reaction there today. I think we knew we was going to get one because we know the group of players who are at the club, who we've brought to the club, and the players who are still at the club from before. It's the bare minimum we expected, and we definitely did get a positive reaction. I thought overall it was a good workout for both sides. Actually, I'm sure they got a good game out of it as well today. It's good to see. It was a really good test for us going into our first game, proper game next week.
Gaff spoke last week and said his biggest frustration against Wrexham was kind of the lack of the basics, but I think the basics was sort of done well in abundance today, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think we went in first thing Monday morning. Watched a lot of things that we needed to watch, said a lot of things that we needed to say as well, but then ultimately we got down. We've worked hard this week in training, looking at a few different things, slight tweak to the shape today. I thought the players looked like they relished not having the ball a little bit today, which is key because you're not always going to be in control of matches. You can't panic when you're out of possession. You've got to sometimes just get into a good shape and work hard from there really. Yeah, I thought today there were some encouraging signs, but again we've got to build on it.
Limited chances really for both teams, which sign of good opposition in Stockport to do well in the National League, but a couple of opportunities, a couple of sniffs where, against perhaps other opposition on another day could have had a couple of goals. All very theoretical, I know. But
yeah, definitely first half especially was nip and tuck, not many chances. But going back to last week against Wrexham, who were a good side as well from the league above, but I thought we gave them too much respect. Didn't have to create too much themselves really, because I think we was the creators of our own downfall. It's about nipping out their mistakes, realising what we are, what we want to be, but where we've got to start really, and that's being hard to beat, and enjoying being hard to beat as well.
And not sort of getting carried away, but like in terms of the habits as well, and players knowing themselves really the kind of things that they should and shouldn't be doing. I guess rather than you having to manage that into them, that they're aware of that. Aren't
Definitely,
they?
I think one of the biggest positives to come out this week is it's not always going to be about me and Russ driving it. It's got to be the players themselves solving problems on the pitch themselves sometimes in that moment, in them key moments, picking the right decisions, picking the right options, and as teammates they can help each other do that. And I thought there's been good signs all week, and today was another step in that as well. So although we've come away and again we haven't won the game and we've ended up losing, we can learn from it, but there's positives as well that we can build on.
And we know now it's Alvechurch to start in the FA Cup next week. It's one of those curious things, isn't it? Football throws up at having only gone there a couple of weeks ago, but you couldn't really have asked for a much tougher start, could you?
Yeah, well, obviously we went down there a few weeks back. Very difficult half an hour for us, especially that first half hour. Created a couple of chances and a lot of problems for us really. It's going to be a tough game. Any first game of any season is always going to be difficult. Being a local derby, FA Cup, it's what I've been waiting for, though, isn't it? Let's be honest. As staff, players, supporters, and as a club as a whole, really, we're desperate to get to it, and work will start now. Really, recovery today. In Monday morning, we'll be working towards Alvechurch.
I'm hoping as well you might have a body or two back in terms of the treatment table. I know Jim Kellerman probably a little bit longer than that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think we're always monitoring the players. It was good to have a couple back today. Obviously, having Monty in and around the group has been great this week, and it's the same for the other boys as they're getting back. They'll all add quality to the group that we've already got. Ultimately, if we've got every player fit, we want to have players fighting for the jersey.
A couple of players, I know you don't like to use the word trialist necessarily, but a couple that you're having a very, very close look at. A possibility maybe of doing something over the course of the week, or seeing how the training goes? Yeah,
always a possibility. Whenever we have players in, obviously we're judging them on the pitch, character-wise off the pitch, how they integrate with the group. The boys we've had in this week, they've been good. They've been good around the rest of the lads, so we'll see where it leads.